I'm still trying to figure out this stream. Like, I want this zoomed in a little bit more. And then I can adjust it. Like so, yeah. We'll do it like that. Okay, I probably don't need this on right now. Yeah, that looks a lot smoother. Okay, so today we got a new tattoo concept that I want to work on. I also have some practice I want to do. I want to practice pulling lines. I want to practice not ripping skin, obviously. I want to find what settings work best for these needles I have, and yeah, what speed I need to go at. So in order to do that and pull lines, I need to um, have some lines. So this right here is my stencil. This is the one I used the other day when I did this tattoo. So what we're gonna do is keep using it until we can't anymore. Because I'm not gonna waste a stencil for no reason. I want to make good use of my resources, so put that in there, like so. Probably need to slide it down some. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
Whether you're running on the field, hitting the gym, or just living your best
So
life,
we're just gonna use.
deliver the energy, potassium, and vitamin C you need to keep you in the game. Don't settle for a snack that can't keep up. Power your next move.
We're gonna use this right here because I got this hole.
Real food for real performance.
We're gonna end it like right there. Cool. So now in theory, I should be able to just retrace these lines going down the piece of paper. And then I'll actually have, if I do it right, I'll have straight lines that I can go over with my pen.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
So let's see. I got too much shit on this desk. I got way too much shit on this desk. Actually, I might turn this back on. Yeah. So I want to get these lines as long as I can. Got a little wonky towards the end and the beginning, but that's fine. I don't really care. That one got way off. How many types of needles do I have? 4? Let's do 12 lines, I guess. Do 3 for each needle. Try different speeds out, different hand speeds, different voltages, and go from there. Hopefully this is translating on my paper. Alright, so that's where it ends, right here. I was wondering why. I was like, man, I'm like hitting something. Or it's like a drop off. Oh, I got air bubbles in it. That was probably my best line yet. This one was messed up, so I'm gonna kind of go through that one like this. That one was really way off, so we're not gonna disregard that one. All up in my messages. All right. Anytime. That was actually a pretty decent line too. But I also want to work on my pooling today. And like splatters. I don't want splatters, and I don't want to keep, like whenever I was doing this tattoo, it was pooling everywhere. Can't even see what I'm working on because there's just so much ink. And I have a few ways to fix that, but we're gonna do a little trial and error. It's a good line. Yeah, no. Alright, cool. So there's our lines. Now that should have translated to this. Should have. And it looks like we did. It's not quite as dark as my previous stencil. As you can see. Nowhere near as dark as this, but this kind of bled through a little bit and sat there for a good minute. But it worked. We got our line. So now, get this out the way. I'm gonna set this down here. I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one out, brand new one. And we're gonna use, I'm gonna place this one underneath it. Like so. Cool. I think I want it a long ways. So I don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. This is all trash as far as I'm concerned. So we got our clear, unscented deodorant. This is still what I use when I tattoo. Even when I, tattoo on people, this is what I use. Take it, run it all the way across where you're putting your stencil at. because this is what's going to make that stencil stick to your skin, the fake skin, whatever you want this stencil to stick to. This is what's going to hold it. We're going to put this on. Make sure I got it everywhere. Alright, I don't really need this anymore. Alright, now we're going to take our stencil. And we're just going to lay it down on our skin. It's not quite as much as I thought it would be, but it will work. Nice. Oh, it might darken up. I think that deodorant is going to darken it up. Looks like it is, at least. Just leave that. I'll leave that right there for a minute. I'm gonna share this stream around.
Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
Cool. And I want to, let me see.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
I want to put on something else.
Competitive-free detergent, and it doesn't leave
I'm
behind
gonna put on my new Job Is playlist. 'Cause I don't think they're gonna hit me with a copyright. They probably hit me with a copyright with this.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean,
They
it's got to
shouldn't
be
hit me
Tide
one
Free
with
and
this.
Gentle.
When Sweet Tarts dared to combine sweet and tart, they thought, why stop there? Why not create other exciting and unexpected combinations? Like rainbows and ropes, or fruity and gummy, or chewy and more chewy. That's why they created fun treats like Sweet Tarts Twisted Rainbow Ropes, Gummies Fruity Splits, and Chewy Fusions. When you dare to combine, it's sure to blow your mind. Sweet Tarts, dare to combine. Tap the banner or visit sweettartscandy.com to shop now.
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs.
Oh god, here they go with the
Drugs
Ozempic.
like Ozempic. They're changing bodies,
And all of a sudden, just
Tired of
the
hearing about
starts
Ozempic, bro. That shit
falling
crazy.
fortunes,
It just got too expensive.
They're just bank breakers.
and industries.
There's a lot of excitement.
They're just
there's a lot of
bank breakers,
skepticism.
baby.
The impact of these drugs from business to
I
health
think that should have it.
is just beginning.
From the journal, $1 Trillion Shot.
Yeah, the last few times I got hit with a copyright. I do want to listen to some Sir. What? You can see that the stencil got a little bit of that tongue from the other day. But we're just gonna never mind that. We're just worried about the lines. We just want to pull straight lines. That's all we want to do. This is a good song though. Alright, that should do that. Alright, cool. So now we just gotta pull these lines, and I saw on the internet that using petroleum jelly helps clean the ink up without making a big mess. Because I was using saline solution and wipes, and that was just making a big ass mess. So we're gonna try this jelly out, see if that'll work. Get some gloves. Alright, where's my pen? this one. And we will use and we had an 11. I don't have an 11, do I? No. So I got 5 sizes. Crazy. And I have my lining. Alright, I need a hair tie because I can't do this. My hair is going crazy today, so any other time it wouldn't bother me, but going crazy. Hold up. And these should be my lining needles right here. I only have, what is this, 1, 3? I have 2 5s. So I really didn't want to use these. I'm going to save this one because I don't want to mess it up. Well, not necessarily mess it up, I just don't want to waste it. I'm not going to use it on somebody, so. My allergies are killing me, man. I don't even know if I want to use these 5s, really. Yeah, I'm not going to use them. I'm going to save these just in case I have to do a tattoo for somebody. So we're just going to use these shading needles, I suppose. I think the smallest I had was a 9 or 7. 7. Alright. Put this bad boy in there. And I have plenty of these. So I'm not stressing about using these to practice with. Alright, set these to the side. And I have my practice ink that I cannot use on people. It's some cheap stuff we got from China in bulk, so it has like no warning labels, none of that, so I don't trust it. Not using it on anybody, so it's strictly for practice. I did not get any black, but I have purple. I have a very dark purple, so that's what we're going to use today. The goal is to figure out, 1, my speed, 2, the right voltage I need to be running on so I don't tear and rip the fake skin, because the thing about it is fake skin is very durable, and if you're ripping through the fake skin, you're gonna just destroy somebody's arm or their real skin, you know. So these are things that we need to figure out, and I need to learn and get comfortable with in order to take this to the next level. So let's see. And I also don't want to get too much ink, like whenever I was doing the JJK underneath here. Oh, you can't really see it, but I had to keep wiping constantly because it was pooling so much ink and putting it there in my way. So let's see. Maybe using the dark purple wasn't the best way to go. sure if this was the way to go. I can barely see that. That looks the exact same as my fucking stencil. That's hilarious. Okay. Let me see if it even... Let me see if that even worked. I might have to change my colors out. Well, it did, yeah. It actually went fairly good. Did it rip it though? Is my question. It looks like it started to rip right up here. Alright, let's try this again. So it is working. I just can't see it. That's unfortunate, but we'll deal with that. And I'm going to put this on 7. I feel like 7's a happy medium for me. Alright, I'm going to continue down here. I'm starting to run out. And I don't want to double back. That's another thing that we don't want to do is double back. The last thing I want to do is go back over it because that's going to just destroy it even more. Yeah, that one went through. I felt that.
When Sweet Tarts dared to combine sweet and tart,
That
they
went
thought,
through.
why stop there? Why not create
I
other
felt it hit the
exciting
skin beneath it,
unexpected
so
combinations, like rainbows and ropes, or fruity and
obviously that ain't gonna work.
chewy and more chewy. That's why they created fun treats like Sweet Tarts Twisted Rainbow Ropes, Gummies Fruity Splits, and Chewy Fusions. When you dare to combine, it's
So
sure
far, this Vaseline's been working pretty well.
dare to combine. Tap the banner or visit sweettartscandy.com to shop now.
Cleaning it. Yeah, that line got a little wonky. A little wonky. But that's cool. It's all for learning. All for learning purposes. Yep, you see that? Where it bled through? On the backside? It's way too deep. Way too deep, or I'm going... Basically what's happening is I'm traumatizing the skin right here. That's not what we want. That is not what we want at all. We want it to be clean and, you know, bold and all that good stuff, but I don't want to have to go so deep that it's just punching it back here, and that's way too much. So I need to take a step back. Maybe I'm pressing too hard, so maybe I need to press lighter or whatever. But that's not gonna work. That's gonna mess somebody up, essentially. But that's why we're doing this. That's why we're working on the fake skin, not actual person. I'm gonna try again from the top. What happened on 7? No. Put it back on 7. And there's so many different factors. It could be the angle I'm going at. Maybe it's not steep enough. Come on. Oh, that was way off. That line was way off. That was rough. Alright, let's see how that looks. I forgot these paper towels do that, they rip in half. Let's see. Okay, so that was nowhere near as hard. And I feel like this line, even though I got off a little bit, kind of wonky, it looks better. And I don't think that it did go through a little bit. That could just be this fake skin so thin, honestly. I mean, it's like nothing. It's like a piece of paper compared to my other fake skin. It looks like a piece of fucking baloney. So either I'm not being delicate enough and I'm still pressing too hard, or this isn't the best fake skin to practice on. Which it could be a lot of fucking things, honestly. It could be so many different. I could bust this one out. I've been saving it though. I'm gonna just keep going with this. And I'm gonna just keep trying and seeing if I can get it without bleeding through. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna put it on 8. See if maybe that'll help. But so far, I haven't really been pulling as much, and it has been puddles. And I've actually been able to fairly see, which is a plus. Let's see this. So now we're gonna try. Really need that quit moving. Okay, like I'm barely going in to that skin. I'm barely touching that. Yeah, I'm not even really going in right there, so. Yeah, I can't go any lighter than that. There's no way. There's not even. And even then, you can still see right here a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe it has a lot to do with this skin that I'm using. That's very, very light. And it's still bleeding through, you can see right here. So yeah, I believe it's got to be this fake skin. Which is kind of unfortunate because I have a lot of it. Yeah, like that's barely grazing the surface. Like that. It started to bleed through. Maybe I just need to speed up a little bit. Maybe I'm going too slow. That could also be an issue. I just don't like going fast because when you go fast, you're more prone to make mistakes. What was that right here? That actually worked out well, so I'm going too slow maybe. That was also a very, very thin line. That was a very, very thin line. You can't even really see it on the camera. But what we're gonna do,
Hello, folks. Ben McKenzie here. In my new book, Easy Money,
I'm gonna speed it up.
Silverman and I descend into the deep world of cryptocurrency. And, well, we shed light on...
And I'm going to
Yep, I'm gonna say that. Blockchain, Bitcoin...
I'm gonna start somewhere right here.
Talk about it all.
Far away from those other lines so I can see. And I'm gonna try to get it as bold as I can. Not going too deep. Not going slow. Did that bleed through? No? What does it look like though? Good question. That's so light. That's super light. And it's nowhere near as bold as I wanted it. So we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna try it, we'll try it right here in the middle. I want it bolder. Did that bleed? It did. Son of a bitch. And I'm really not even pressing ridiculously hard. I'm not even going all the way into the skin. Because if I was going all the way through, you would know. I mean, that almost popped out on the other side, I think. Even that was only like halfway in. You know, that wasn't even me pressing fully. It was kind of ridiculous. I gotta figure it out though. I need ideas. I need help. Let's see. And these are all the same needles, just different lines, different pressures. And honestly, they don't look ripped. The only part that should be ripped is right here when I pressed on it super hard, but even then, doesn't look like it split. It just bled through, unfortunately, but I think that's just because the skin's so fucking thin. That's the only thing I can think of. Because this is way too hard. I know that for a fact. That should have ripped the skin. Yeah. You can even feel it. Where it split. You can see it in the back too. So that's way too hard. I mean, it went through this fake skin too. I mean, you can see it right here. That's way too deep. I'm not even going that far. I'm only going, shit, not even a third of the needle. So either I can turn it up and try to go faster, or maybe I'm going too fast. Nah, that wouldn't make it. I don't think it would. I guarantee you that bled through. But I didn't even go that deep. It did bleed through. This is frustrating. That's what this is. But it didn't go through the other side. I really think the skin is just way too small. I'm gonna try it again on another line. I'm gonna try to go back up here where it was. I'm gonna try to go fast, and I'm gonna try to go not as deep. I'm gonna try to pull this line. Yeah, I don't even think I even hit it hardly. Yeah, you can see right here. Just got little inconsistencies where it gets really, really light. And even then, it's still bled through. Yeah, it's got to be the skin. That's the only thing I can think of. I really didn't want to use this one because it's filthy. But better skin is going to tell me. This better skin is going to tell me. So first I want to see what traumatizing the skin would look like. So that's going way too deep. Now this should have split. Should have. It really didn't even split, honestly. God. What if I go slower? Maybe that'd cause it to split. try to go super slow. Alright, so that was the same line, or the same length at least. Except super fucking slow. Oh yeah, that's what did it. Now you can see the difference. This shit's so bright. Hold on. Yeah, you can see right there. That's what we don't want. That's splitting the skin. Can't see it in the back, but that is not what we want. So going too slow is what's going to traumatize it. Right here, I went fairly fast. But also went super deep. That's not what we want. But at least I'm not pulling and splattering ink everywhere like I usually do. So now I want to turn this up. Go fairly fast. Without going necessarily as deep. You can't even hardly see it. So that wasn't deep enough on this fake skin. You can barely see that line.
So that guy I met on eHarmony? Yeah. Well, we're out here all day and I step up a curve and snap, steel ripped right off my shin. Oh no. So I say, whatever, and take them off, and I'm barefoot, and then you'll never guess. What? Leans over, takes off her shoes and socks, and now we're both finger choking. Amazing, right?
On eHarmony, you'll find someone you can be yourself with. Get who gets you on eHarmony. Sign up today.
Alright, so now
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs. Drugs that goes
let me try to go a little bit deeper.
changing body, and all of a sudden, just the weight starts falling off. Fortunes,
It just got too expensive.
They're just bank breakers.
and industries.
I'm not even trying to pull straight lines right now. I'm just trying to figure out what speed and how deep I need to go for it to stay
From the journal,
for a single pass. Because what we don't want is to keep going over the same spot over and over and over again. Because that's another way it's going to traumatize the skin and get it to split, mess up the fake skin, and mess up someone else's real skin. You know, that's what we don't want. You keep going over the same spots over and over, and eventually it's going to wear down. That's not terrible. Still light though. Super, super light. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And it really didn't even scar it. That might be the way to go. See if I can replicate it. Let me see if I can't pull a longer line like that. Kind of that same speed. And depth. Got a little wonky at the end, but yeah, I got a little light at the end. It's not bad though. I'm also not using a black like I should have. Definitely should have used black. That would have stood out a lot more than this purple. That was a tad bit deeper, I believe. Even then, still not as dark. This one was really dark, but it was darker than these last three I did. So either I'm going too fast, which is a possibility, because my depth hasn't really changed. I haven't really changed how far I'm putting the needle in. Or I could just be wrong. I'm not going far enough. But even that feels deep. Okay, so that one darkened up a lot. So maybe I'm just going too fast. Clean this again. This is probably the best thing I've ever seen. That petroleum jelly or Vaseline to clean it. Oh God. No, this line isn't bad. That last line I did is not bad at all. Just is it? I just don't know if it's dark enough. It still feels super light to me. I'm gonna try to go a little bit deeper. That was a kind of messed up line. Should be able to hold it at an angle and make it finer. Like so. You can't really see, but I can see up close. where it gets dark and then it'll get lighter. Just inconsistencies in the line. From a distance, it doesn't look bad, but up close, you can tell. And that's not something I want to do. That's not what I want.
Hey, I just bought and financed a car through Carvana.
You miss indecision. Bought
It's not a bad line. It's just
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable diamond numbers.
it just feels very light. But I'm also not using black, so I don't know. I got to give myself some leeway.
At Robbins Financial Credit Union, we love hearing when new members join. Like this note right here. Dear Robbins Financial, I've done it. I got all my siblings to become members. Growing up, they never listened to me because I'm the youngest. But now that they get better customer service and low loan rates, they realize I was right. Now you won't stop texting me for advice on everything. Terms and conditions apply. Loan subject to credit approval. Contact credit union for membership details. Federally insured by NCUA.
That wasn't a bad line.
Number 551-965.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard, because you had said no rockets in yours, but his nose said, hey, Precious.
Need to make sure I'm not
Following his nose, Jim found
traumatizing the skin. No?
into the washer. It stank. The freshness. Jim blurted, sir, your scent Morocco smell amazing. You could call them
It's not
scent
bad.
Moroccos, but most noses call them
But see, that would have went. It would have bled through on this other skin.
way fresher.
100%. Every single one of those lines. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if it's the skin or if it's the technique that I'm using or what. I want to say it's the technique, the speed I'm going, the depth I'm going. But at the same time, if that was the case, then I would have destroyed this fake skin. You know? So much to learn. So much to learn. I'm gonna say it's just the fake skin. Because even on this one, everything pretty much bled through. I just can't tell the difference between. That was obviously traumatized. That was bad. Yeah, you can feel all these lines. So this is just way too thin. I don't know if I want to keep using this skin or not, but that's what I have the most of, unfortunately. What is this? Is this the same? This doesn't feel the same. This feels even fucking thinner. But it also feels kind of real. Weird. Definitely weird. Alright, so these are the same. You know what? I think this is. Okay, so I got all this fake skin from my sister. And she wanted to learn how to tattoo eyebrows. That's what it is. That's why it's so fucking thin. She wanted to learn how to tattoo like eyebrows on people and shit. That's why. But even then, like, it's, I don't understand why it's so thin. So weird. Alright, I'm gonna try this one because it's a little bit different. Try to pull some lines on this one. See if it's any better. I think I have extra of this too, so. It could just be she just bought a bunch of bulk cheap stuff too, though. I don't know. I'm definitely not doing eyebrows, so I'm gonna just pull a line. Oh god. It immediately went through. I could feel it on the other side. Hold on, this might be the one. This might be the one. Fingers crossed. Let's see. And it didn't bleed through all the way. How much of it actually stayed is the question. I think I figured it out. I might have figured it out. So some spots you can see where it poked through, but for the most part you can't even fucking see that line. That's hilarious. You can't even see the line. If I could do that, but wider, if I can get that a little bit wider, that'd be it. That'll be the one. I just gotta replicate that speed and that depth. Hopefully. And it didn't really bleed through. So that's how deep I need to go. And that's about the speed I need to go. And I just gotta figure out a way to keep it constant. That's it. I figured it out. Obviously, I have some inconsistencies, but you can see that line. So if I can figure out how to roll with that speed and that depth and keep it consistent the whole way through I'm pulling these lines, I'll be set. That'll be it. And I had it on 9. I think I might have got a little off. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see. That actually wasn't bad. That's actually fairly consistent the whole way through. You can see the colors. Hopefully it didn't bleed through though. That's going to be the real question. And it didn't. So now I just got to keep practicing that. That's what I need to practice. That depth, that speed, and keeping it on that voltage. So let me I'm gonna pull a few more lines like this and then grab another piece of stencil paper. We'll do a real simple design with some lines in it. And I'm gonna practice it on this skin. Honestly, I feel like this skin is better than this one because there's just no way, man. I was not going any deeper on this one than it's bleeding through and all that good stuff. So, well, not good stuff, but bad stuff. But I think I'm gonna start using this fake skin. I have more of this. I think this is gonna be the way to go. So let me pull a few more of these lines. I'm gonna probably pull like maybe 5 more. See if I can't get, the consistency down. I'm not really pulling anymore, which is another plus. I got off on that one. Did I get too deep? No? I can feel it though. I don't even have to look at it. I can feel it where I pulled up some. Ooh, I can feel it jumping. My glove like getting caught and skipping. I can feel it. See that when I double back, well, you can't really see it because that light's so bright, but it started to bleed out, but it didn't bleed out on the other side like these did. I'm gonna pull some lines this way. My glove keeps getting stuck. Yeah, bleed through a little bit in the beginning when I got stuck, but the rest of it stayed pretty consistent all the way through and it didn't bleed. right there towards the end. Started going a little bit too deep. I just ran out of ink, but not bad. I got caught right there at the end, but I didn't bleed through. So I'm gonna wipe these away, see how consistent they were. I don't think any of these really bled through at all. A little bit. They bled through a little bit. But considering how many lines I pulled, that's not terrible. It's a good start, I would say. Jesus. I got fucking petroleum jelly everywhere. They're not as dark as I would like these lines to be, though, is an issue. These last few lines I did right here, they're not as dark as I would like them to be. They're not necessarily bad, they're just not as dark as, say, this one. This one isn't terrible, honestly. And this one's probably my straightest line that I pulled all day, right here. Because you can see, I got, this is like 3 needle, I believe. I think so. 4 needle. And you can see each individual line depending on how you drag it down. And this one has no wobbles in it, which is really good. You know, that's what we want, but we want it to be a little bit darker. That's the only issue I have with it. Because if it's not dark enough, eventually whenever it starts to heal, it's just going to fade away. You know, and over time it's going to fade away. I think honestly I struggle more with going too light, if anything. I've noticed that even when I was actually giving tattoos on people, I went too light and I'd have to double back on the same spot, and that's not what I want to do. I want to just find that happy medium where I can go make one pass and just be done. I just haven't quite figured that out yet. I think I've gotten close though to figuring it out, especially on this skin. Honestly, I might throw this skin away. I'm not gonna use that anymore. Try to clean this mat off. If I would have known that fucking petroleum jelly could clean all this off, I would have used it a long time ago. Probably have fucking stocks in Vaseline by now. never knew that it cleaned so well. Honestly, I might be able to clean this other piece of skin off right here. So you can actually see the design and it's not all muddy. I'll try it. I don't know if it'll work though. I mean, it looks like it's working. I'll be damned. That's fucking insane. It actually worked. See, that changes everything. It makes it so much brighter, so much cleaner. God. And that's been on there for like 3 days now. 4 days. This definitely was the best thing I learned. I'm not even worried about cleaning the whole thing. I just want to clean this area around it. Yeah, that came out pretty good. I'll call that good for now. But yeah, that's what I wanted to see, was how like the negative would affect like the teeth and like the eyes and stuff. That's why I didn't put any white in it. I definitely should have hit right here and like these little pockets of the eye just to make it pop more. Should have hit that with some black, but you live and you learn, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. So now let me try to clean some of this up. Get my sketchbook out. I want to do a real simple design. Where's my lid?
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
Alright. And
See more. Amazing.
It's Metro. They gave me iPhone 13 and advanced dual camera system for $49.99. Now
let's do
on
something
Metro.
with
Unbelievable. Okay, Metro.
lots of lines in it.
For just $49.99 with no activation fees when you join. Only at Metro. Plus tax for your number 90 and sign up for Metro Plus Plus Plus. Available currently at T-Mobile and through Metro with up to 100 gigs.
Before we start moving on to other stuff.
If different departments, systems, and processes could talk, we at Celonis think they'd sound like this. All that babble is stopping businesses from creating value, improving efficiency, and adapting at the speed customers need. With process intelligence, enterprises like yours can
This is
come
off
online,
a little bit, but
so your business can communicate in harmony.
that's fine.
Celonis, making processes work for people, companies, and planet. Search CELONIS for more.
Sometimes creating an ad campaign can feel like you're talking on mute.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Say that again.
But advertising on Spotify can help your business turn up the volume. With our easy-to-use ads manager, you can create new audio ads from scratch or repurpose existing video assets.
motherfuck.
Then we'll deliver your ad to an engaged audience that is ready
Jesus
to hear
Christ.
and see your message. It's that simple. Learn how Spotify can add more to your mix at ads.spotify.com.
I messed that one up. That's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. half-ass clean. There's simple as design. A half-ass diamond. That's what we'll call it. The half-ass diamond. Jeez, I need to take care of my stencil paper better. Take out the middle sheet. That's all wrinkly. Alright, now we're going to trace over all this. Try not to move my transfer paper too much because I don't want inconsistencies. Follow this line all the way through. And we got these two. Got these two. Right here. Right here. Cool. Simple design. Simple as diamond. Now is this? That is not what I want to use. This is what I want to use. This is the good skin. That stencil's shit. But that's fine. Not my best stencil work whatsoever, but that's okay. Sit there for a minute. Save that stencil paper for later. Back online. Alright, so I want to do these lines here first. And try to go the same speed and depth that I was going. It's kind of pulling a little bit. Work this line back up. Now we're starting to splatter. What I don't want to do. The whole day hasn't splattered a bit. So let me hit the outside. So this is where it got a little wonky. That's fine. It's just a quick little design. to see, one, how consistent those lines were. Two, if they bled through. Ooh, that's very dark. And three, if they're even fucking straight. So I do see, one, they're not dark enough. Two, they bled through like a motherfucker. Some of them did. The whole thing pretty much did. So not only was it not dark enough, I pretty much bled through the whole thing.
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs.
So there's one of two ways I can fix this.
They're changing bodies,
And all of a sudden, just the weight starts falling off.
One,
actions,
It just got too expensive.
They're just bank breakers.
up the size of my needle.
There's a lot of excitement, a lot of skepticism.
The adoption of drugs from business to health is just beginning.
from the journal $1 Trillion Shot. Tap now to listen on Spotify.
Or
Here at Spotify Advertising, we know a thing or two
could
about
technically
being a
go back
daily
over it, but I
Just
don't
like
want to
the
do
first
that.
hour your afternoon workout, our users say Spotify is an essential part of their daily routine.
So I can up the size of my needle,
For them to hear and
hit the lines
see
again.
your brand's ads. Learn how Spotify can add more to your mix at ads.spotify.com.
Let me see something. Alright, so pop this out. Where's a larger needle? I'm gonna go supersize this thing. That is not it. That is not what I need. So 9, 11. What is this? 13 and a 15. I'm gonna run up. 15 is probably way too fucking much. We're gonna go. We'll try 13. I don't think I've ever used 13 before. Now we're gonna go back over these lines with a way bigger needle. I want to go in at an angle though. That should darken it up. Alright. And I want to hit this other line up here. Your tattoo's itching? What'd you get? Try coconut oil. Extra virgin coconut oil. That's what works the best. It might not help with the itching, but it'll help heal it a lot faster. That's what I always use on my tattoos. A memorial piece for your mother, that's nice. That's real nice. You got a cross and 2 pink roses. Man, I hate to hear that, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure that piece is very amazing, though. I'm sure it looks dope. How long ago have you had it? Last week? Okay. Where'd you get it at? How big was it? Is that your only tattoo you have? Shamrock tattoo. Woo! 7 hours? That's crazy. That's what's up though, man. Is that the only piece you have? Two and a half. Woo. Oh yeah.
At Robbins Financial Credit Union, we
You plan on getting any more tattoos?
I started as a dog walker, and now my new job is a
They're changing bodies,
And all of a sudden, just the weight starts falling off.
and industries.
There was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of skepticism.
Getting both your arms and your legs? What do you plan on getting though? Do you have like a theme for each arm and leg?
$1 trillion shot.
Or just kind of winging it? Just getting whatever.
But you have ad goals. That's why Spotify's ad manager lets you choose the objective that works best for your campaign. You can optimize your ads to reach people, or increase the number of brands who click through to your website. Whichever you pick, advertising on Spotify is a choice any squad can get behind. Learn more at ads.spotify.com.
That Farm for Family, right? Anime and shows, hell yeah. Space theme, that'd be dope. What kind of animes you like? What kind of animes you into? I bet that space theme would be really cool. I haven't even thought about doing a space theme. Alright, let's see how that turned out. Yeah, I just Fairy Tail, Naruto. Kaiju number 8 solid. Kaiju number 8 is real solid. Goblin Slayer. I just had a request the other day to do a hand tattoo. Do JJK. Do Sukuna on the hand. So I'll probably be doing that here soon, probably this weekend. This is my practice. My little practice trial run. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm still fairly new at it. It was my first time using color for the eye, and it was my first time doing something like a mouth, you know. It was definitely a learning experience. It was pretty fun though. I enjoyed it. Right now I'm trying to practice on my lines and get better at that. Slowly but surely. I've only been doing it for a little while, so I'm not the best at it by any means, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I actually wanted to do Parasite. Have you ever seen Parasite? Where the dude's got the alien in his hand. Yeah, I want to do a Migi tattoo, a Migi hand tattoo. I was supposed to start working on it today actually, but I got distracted playing around with these lines and stuff. Which it's important to work on that anyways. Yeah, let me see. I wonder if there's a way I can like share my screen. Cause I've been looking at a bunch of different tattoo ideas for it. But yeah, I'll probably start working on drawing it out and stuff this evening. Let me get all these together real quick. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to use for like inspiration, all these. Some of these look phenomenal. I don't even know where I would begin to try to like replicate it or get close to it, honestly. I don't necessarily want to replicate them either. Let me see if there's a way I can I save this? Trying to see if I can There's got to be a way to share my screen. Woo! Dropping a K, 1K for an all-day session. That's what's up, man. That's not bad at all. I know whenever I got like my neck and everything done, I paid probably 7 or 8, which he only charged me like 4, but it was my buddy, so you know I doubled whatever he asked me. Gave it to him as a tip. But it felt like an all-day session, honestly. Let me see. Here we go. I should be able to do it like this. Oh, shit. Let me see if that did it. I don't know if that did it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a discount for real. Let me delete this one. I think I might have it. Add new source. It's still not letting me. I don't understand it. What do I need to change? Sorry this is taking so long. I should have tried to figure this out a long time ago, but just haven't thought about it. I didn't think about it, unfortunately. Don't know where this would be. Sharing? Whoa, 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 whoa. I think that might have gotten it.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture.
Why is this not working?
Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs. Drugs like Ozempic. They're changing bodies,
And all of a sudden, just the
Okay, I
weight
see now.
starts falling off.
fortunes,
They just got too expensive.
They're just bank
So I gotta go
and
to.
industries.
There was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of skepticism.
The impact of these drugs, from business to health, is just beginning.
From the journal, $1
Privacy
trillion
and security. Here we go.
Tap now to listen on Spotify.
Bring the beats with Premium. Download and bring your music anywhere so you can dance to high quality music without hearing ads. Mix up your playlist with song recommendations from Smart Shuffle, or take total control of your listening with unlimited skips and repeats. Experience music without limits. Tap the banner to get started.
Figured it out. Nice. Alright, so this should have it. Oh, it's saying I gotta restart. No. I don't want to restart the application. Alright, well. Let me restart real quick and I'll boot it back up because it's the only way it's gonna work.